can see I'm pretty random with my lives. I have no clue why I wake up one day and I say like, okay, I'm working here in the studio, so we're gonna be going live. I know no one is gonna watch this video, but I'm gonna share it on my channel later on. So if you're watching it after the live, hi and welcome back to my home-based pottery studio. In today's video, we're gonna be working on this little new design that is a strawberry cup or pot or whatever. But the thing I wanna do is to throw it in one piece like we have in here. Those ones are the ones that I've thrown yesterday evening, and we're gonna see if it works because I have no clue. I've never thrown this kind of pots with the lid in one piece. Basically, I didn't throw any piece with the lid in one go somehow. So later on, or maybe tomorrow, I'm gonna be just trimming it, opening up, and seeing if it makes sense. So that's the idea that I was basing on. Little cutie strawberry, and here we have two bases. I have thrown some more in there, and now we're gonna throw one together. And now is the one that I'm gonna mess up for sure, but well, it's fine. It's also part of the process to mess stuff things up. To mess up things might make sense now. And yeah, so basically I have 500 grams of clay, and I'm gonna be just centering the clay and pulling up the walls, and then I'm gonna be closing the top area, and this is gonna create the lid. So let's go. I hope you're doing wonderful, and I'm sure that no one is gonna watch this, but it's fine because you can watch it later on. And also let me know if you want me to plan the lives, because yeah, I never do it, and also sometimes I'm doing the same on Instagram. I'm a bit improvising all the time. So also I'm wearing one glove because I have my eczema that maybe you can see in here that is getting worse, and also I have it on the base of my palm, so we'll see. Maybe the glove is gonna protect a tiny bit my skin. Well, a tiny bit, not much, but let's start. I hope you can see. So basically, first of all, I'm gonna just first center it, but before centering, I'm gonna just press. Maybe I remove this. I'm gonna press in order to attach the body of the clay into the pottery wheel. And I'm no expert, but well, since I've been working in my pottery studio here home, I have more time in order to try things out, and yeah, and eventually I'll get better. I hope so. So first of all, I'm gonna just attach the clay into the pottery wheel, and then I'm gonna start coning and centering the piece. And I'm not really good at throwing, but somehow I love it because it's helping me to calm down. I have some friends that told me that they hate to throw because they get really stressed or they are afraid, and I can relate to that. At the beginning I was afraid to work with clay because it can break whenever. It's really fragile somehow, but at the same time, if you are not afraid, it's quite easy somehow, but also you need to accept that you'll have plenty of pieces that are gonna just not make it all the way to the end. It's part of the process and is the thing that is gonna teach us and help us improve. So we don't have to be afraid of failing. For example, now if this one is not successful, I really don't mind. I have I have more clay all around my studio, so we are gonna get more chances. And also, I have no clue if this design is gonna work out. So maybe the throne is okay, but then once I'm sculpting and I'm trimming and I'm creating the whole piece, it's something that I don't really end up liking. It's fine. Also on the lid, I was thinking about um, attaching like some details, like recreating leaves. Like this, maybe it's gonna be easier to recognize it as a strawberry. And of course, making before making the first bees firing, one may more or less is center, not really, but almost there. Before allowing the piece to dry and making the first bees firing, I'm gonna apply some red underglaze like this. We are gonna have the strawberry effect that we are looking for, or at least I'm looking for. So it's not centered at all, as you can see, it's just dancing. And we're gonna try. Ah, yeah, I know, that's the problem. So, since I've been throwing before, I think I didn't remove all the water from the pottery wheel, so we have some water underneath the body of the clay, and this is the thing that is making the clay move to one side and another one. If you would be closer, you would be able to see that the base of the lump of clay is not attached. This is why it's getting in and out of center, because it's not attached. So I'm gonna press all the way down, trying to attach the base of the clay into the pottery wheel. And then later on I'm gonna start again coning up and down and hoping that the clay got attached to the pottery wheel. So let's go again. Slow and easy. We're gonna go up and down. I'm gonna go up and down. Let me know if you're able to see something. Otherwise, next time I'm gonna just bring you closer. Well, seems like now is tiny bit more attached. One thing is that I see that some potters, they are quite fast when they are throwing, and I'm not. I'm quite slow. Maybe this comes from being a perfectionist, that I wanna have it perfectly centered and then pull up the walls slowly like this. I'm able to see what's happening and not forcing the clay to just be shaped really fast. And then, yeah, I don't know, I wanna take my time. I know that I could do, now it's center. this is the slip that I'm gonna be using also in order to throw the piece. I won't apply a lot of water because otherwise the body of the clay is gonna get saturated, and this is gonna make things harder later on, because if you take a lot of time, as I was saying while throwing, the clay is gonna be absorbing water and water, and there is gonna be a moment in which it won't be able to keep up the shape because it's gonna collapse by the amount of water that has. So this is why I'm gonna take the slip, this that is the clay with a tiny bit of water, and I'm gonna be working more with this than with the water. So now it's center, as you can see, and I'm gonna open up. Let me check the size, the diameter. 7, yeah, because I don't want to have like a really wide base, wide diameter, because otherwise it's gonna be wider than taller, and I need the clay to go higher rather than opening up. Cool, so now I'm gonna just open it up with my finger and pull it towards my hand. We need some water. Also, the gloves are protecting my skin, but it's not really nice to work with. I need to get used to it, because I always have thrown without gloves, but now because of the skin problem I need to take some decisions. So yeah, I still need to get used to it, and because it's getting stuck, the body of the clay is getting really stuck with the gloves, so I need to also apply some water, otherwise it's gonna just make me break and collapse the piece, because it's like pinching the clay. Okay, so now I have opened the vase, and the thing I'm doing now is to work what is gonna be the inside of the cup, which needs to be flat, and I'm trying to have a smooth base, otherwise it's not it's not that nice to clean the cups if you have like this texture, even though some potters they do this spiral, which is beautiful, but I don't do it, or not yet. Maybe one day I will. So I'm gonna go with the sponge and smooth out a tiny bit more the inside, and now I'm gonna be starting to pull the walls up slowly, because otherwise it's gonna collapse. I normally throw just with my 2 fingers, and I have the sponge on the side in order to apply a tiny bit of water, but I really like to throw just with my fingers. And maybe this sponge, like the YouTube video I posted this week in which I was sharing that I'm using this cut, I was about to say mushrooms, this cut sponges with the shape of my finger like this, I'm able to sense and to feel also the clay I'm working on. So now slowly I'm gonna pull up the walls, and we're gonna build the walls slowly of this little mushroom, no, strawberry, this little strawberry. There we go. And I'll keep on repeating this action. And now I apply a tiny bit of water because otherwise the inside is really dry. And we have this tool which has the sponge on the tip. And this is gonna help me to remove the water from the bottom, the inside bottom, like this. I don't have to put my hand inside and start breaking the shape of the piece, which is the thing that I'm gonna do now. Cool. And slowly, the thing I'm gonna be doing now is starting to give the shape of the strawberry. I'm gonna bring and pull up the upper part of the walls, and the lower area I'm gonna be opening it a tiny bit up, like well, basically more or less like this. I'm gonna open the base like this outwards, and then the top we're gonna be starting to close it and to create us a neck that is gonna be closing at the end, and we're gonna get rid of any hole. Sorry, my English is not the best. I hope you understood what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna make it together, so you'll see what I'm talking about. Then I'm gonna remove a tiny bit of the extra clay that we have in here. Let me check first. Good. So I'm gonna remove it with this tool. It's the one that I have shared also on my last YouTube video that I have posted on my channel, in which I'm sharing my 5 favorite tools, and this one is one of them. So this one is gonna help me to remove this extra clay, as we were saying. And yeah, in that video I also posted some extra ones that I hope people can understand the reason why I chose those ones. So I don't know if you've seen it, but if you've seen it, let me know if you enjoyed it. I thought this would be also nice to share a tiny bit more of some insight of the pottery studio, not only studio blogs, but maybe a tiny bit more educational videos, like sharing my some tips or tricks, but yeah, we'll see. And now slowly I'm gonna be closing the top area, as we said before. That this is a thing that is gonna slowly be closing and creating the lid of the strawberry. And let's open a tiny bit. Forgot to open the vase. So I forgot to open the vase, and I was about to close the neck, the top area, and then it would be harder to shape up. So let's do it once more. Good. Then that's okay for now. I'm gonna be closing the top area. And then later on we're gonna get back to the base, and we're gonna keep on shaping the future strawberry. Then in here in this area you can have some a part of the wall that has more clay than other, and this is gonna be not helpful if you wanna have an even pot. So I'm gonna, well, first I'm gonna close it a tiny bit more. So I just get one finger inside and the other one is gonna be outside, helping me pull up a tiny bit more clay. And as you can see now, we are starting to close a tiny bit more the neck of the pot. I'm gonna pull it up with both hands. And there is a tiny bit hole still, but I'm gonna just use it in order to go a tiny bit higher. And now I could just remove the unevenness of this area, which I'm gonna do, because otherwise it can be pushing your finger a tiny bit out of the trajectory you want to apply to the piece. So we keep on pulling up and closing the neck. And yeah, I keep on embracing, hugging the piece on the base like this. I make sure that this area won't collapse, because if I do only pressuring here, there is a moment in which this part goes in, and that's a big no-no. And I keep on closing, almost there, and we go one or two more, and I think it's gonna be enough. Good, almost closed already. You can see now the thing I was saying, that this area goes really flat and in, and if we would have applied a lot of water, it would collapse by now. So I'm gonna be hugging this area and putting some pressure in order to correct that from happening. And now I keep on closing the top area in order to create the lid. Good. And I apply more slip into my hand, because it's again getting a tiny bit dry for my liking. And now it's closed. So the thing we are gonna do now is to keep on shaping the walls and the top. So I'm gonna pull it up a tiny bit more. And then I'm gonna be giving some pressure. There we go, it's closed. We have air trap inside, so this is gonna help us to keep the shape, not the top, but it's gonna help us to keep the top in place and won't allow it to collapse down. That sometimes this top area, if it's not closed, can just fall down, as we said before. So let's shape a tiny this strawberry. I'm gonna apply some pressure like this into a diagonal. This is the base of the pot, and then I'm gonna just allow the piece to have a tiny bit of more of an angle in here. And I'm gonna slowly go up. And this top area, I'm gonna try to get rid of the slab we have, and I'm gonna try to flatten a tiny bit more the neck. There we go. And again, some pressure on the base of the top area, and slowly I get towards the center of the piece. And in here later on, once I'm gonna be sculpting, I'm gonna add a tiny bit, a small branch or something for the strawberry. And yeah, I think that's more or less it. I'm gonna be cleaning, well, it's for the closing part. I'm gonna be cleaning the base again with my lovely tool. Go watch the video later on if you want. And let me know also if you wanna see specific videos here in my YouTube channel, like different styles or something. Comments on the just comment and let's have a talk, because I would love to also offer you different formats, and yeah, to make it fun also for you basically, and for me to keep it alive. Because I don't know if you enjoy my studio blogs or not, since I'm not that professional. I'm not a YouTuber. Well, actually I am, because I'm doing a live here in YouTube, but you know what I mean. So good. I think that more or less we have it, and I won't work it that much. Because one thing that we need to learn also whenever we work with pottery or with everything is to know when we need to stop and we need to let go and allow the piece to be. And it feels like that's a good moment. And I still need to clean it a tiny bit more. And we're gonna do the mark of the lid basically. Now I'm gonna get with this area, with this tool, and I'm gonna apply some pressure here in this, more or less this top part of the walls, the side walls, and this is gonna create this indentation. I don't know if that's a word in English, but basically it's gonna create, the wall is now straight going up, but it's gonna go up, and since I'm gonna apply some pressure, there is a part that's gonna go inside, and the other part that has no contact with the tool is gonna keep the shape where it is. And this later on, once I trim it, it's gonna help me to have the lid attached with the base of the cup in a really stable way, because it has like a tiny bit of a wall inside that later on it's gonna get stuck into the walls of the cup. Maybe does not make sense, but I'm gonna share the process. Not now, because I need to wait for them to dry out completely, but later on, maybe in a future video, I'm gonna be sharing with you the process of trimming this strawberry. I don't know how it's gonna go, because it's the first time I'm doing it, and well, I mean, it's fine to work with new designs and new shapes. This, I've never done it. I've done an apple, which was lovely, but I had the lid wasn't like this. Was more like a normal. I have thrown and closed a similar shape like this one, and then I was just going with this tool and I was cutting the top in a diagonal shape, and then you can just leave it there. But I think it's gonna be more stable, this one, because it has an extra wall inside that's gonna help the lid to get attached to the cup, basically, to the body of the cup. So without further to do, I'm gonna start applying some pressure and creating the lid weight. Did I push it too hard? Good. Let's go. As I said, I'm gonna just apply some pressure slowly. Good. And there we have it. It looks so weird now. And I don't know if you have any advice, if you are a potter, or if you are thinking about this design and you think that I could do it differently, please go ahead and share your thoughts, because yeah, I mean, another way to do the strawberry could be just throwing a simple cup, the walls up, leaving the hole, not closing it, and then creating the lid with another with another throwing session. Basically, you would create like a small plate and then work it in a way that whenever you're gonna trim it, you're gonna just place it inside perfectly. Wow, this explanation was horrible, but basically you can do the lid with the base or without, as a separate piece. This is the word that I was looking for. Good, so we have already the base and the lid created, and good. And the thing I'm gonna do now is to wash my hands a tiny bit, and with the hair dryer I'm gonna apply some heat like this whenever I'm removing the piece from the pottery wheel. It won't lose much the shape. Good. Okay. Coming back. Here ready. Wait. So I'm gonna remove some clay, otherwise it's gonna get so dirty, the hair dryer. And we are not looking for more mess, even though now when I was opening up the door I saw that they had a piece of clay falling from my pants, and I closed it and all the floor is full of clay. Wonderful, but I mean, if we wouldn't have clay all around, it wouldn't be a pottery studio. Whoever says differently, maybe they love to clean, but to throw without getting messy, it's complicated. Sorry for the noise now. Enjoy the pot, and if you see now the base, it's gonna change a tiny bit the color. Maybe you're gonna be able to notice whenever it's gonna be drying out. You'll see that it's gonna take a different color. Can you notice the base that is already changing the color? This means that we are almost ready to remove the piece from the pottery wheel. Almost there, almost there. I don't know why I was whispering, but I was saying thank you for liking the video. I've saw the thumbs up, so give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you like my content. I share a lot of pottery content and my craziness and also my failures and mistakes, because I think it's really important to share also the human part of creating and of being a human, and that's helping me and others to release some tension, because yeah, you don't need to fake, and whenever you're posting or using the social media, you just don't need to force yourself and just show the best, because it's not the reflection of what's happening in my studio. So I just don't wanna spread this idea or this feeling that everything is cool, is fine, perfect products and everything. Of course, whenever I'm releasing new drops, as the one I did have, so I have my collection on my website that you can go have a look if you want. If I have some pieces that are not usable, of course I won't sell them, but this doesn't mean I'm not sharing with you the process of creating them, and also the ones that are breaking or the ones that might be cracking on the kiln and everything. So yeah, we're gonna remove this beautiful strawberry from the pottery wheel. So we apply some water on the side. We have not a lot of water though. Could you notice the different coloration that it took from the beginning of the drying out the walls and now? Let me know. I love it. It's so fun to see how the clay, the body of the clays change during the drying out, or even during the firings. Is amazing. Yep. Good. So here we have the beauty. I'm gonna just push it to the side and grab it with my fingers. Ta-da! Here we have the strawberry. We'll see if it works. Did I show you the design? The drawing I've made? I'm gonna show it. I think so. Was it on the... Because before doing this live, I've tried to do it once, but it was a mess. I'm gonna be showing you the design and the idea I have behind, but it's gonna hopefully turn out into a lovely strawberry with the faces, because all my pottery have faces. But let me leave this fresh thrown pot into the side. So we have the design in here. Now I need to find it. There we go. that's the idea that um, I was thinking to make. So this is the base that we have thrown, the external area of this drawing. That's the lids with the cutting here that I'm gonna be trimming tomorrow most probably. And later on during the sculpting process, I'm gonna be adding some details like the leaves in here and maybe the little branch. We'll see. And we're gonna open up the lids and you're gonna discover the base of the strawberry. So that's the idea. I'm gonna be applying some red underglaze or yeah, I'll need to check out if I have still some, otherwise I'll need to go buy it, and also some green on top, and that's all. We'll see how it goes. So let me know if you like the idea, the design, the thing I'm trying to achieve, and comment those thoughts. Subscribe if you like it, and well, the design or the YouTube channel basically, and see you next time. So I'm gonna keep on working, but I don't know, I don't think it's gonna be nice to see exactly the same that I have done. Oh yes, but we'll see. Ciao bonitos, see you next time. Let me see how we can close this. Is it like that?